This week's episode of the award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by. We're turning this shit around. We're actually going to do our last call first. Bam.
Okay.
Surprise.
Bam.
Got you.
Is somebody versatile or we just doing it from the back? We only got one position.
Do all the positions, y'all. Do all the positions.
Okay. Wow.
So, as I said, we are doing the episode backwards to give y'all a little something. So this week we're going to start off with our last call. So if you have some liquor available to you, get you a motherfucking shot because we're going to do our last call.
All right, here we go. Cheap tequila. Have to spend money on the meat. We ain't got that much left for the.
This is true.
People coming around tomorrow with the bottles.
Oh yeah. My last call this week is the first episode of season 2 of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Oh my gosh, you watched it.
Huh?
Oh my God, you watched it.
Yeah, I was bored and ended up watching the first episode, and I was like, I guess okay. But my last call is to the cast because the cast is great, except Churchy Karamo, but whatever. But they had a cis woman on there, and they were like doing things a little bit backwards, like we doing shit a little bit backwards today, because they typically have straight cis men, but they had a cis woman. And my last call is to the gay who stood outside the church instead of going in, because I was like, oh, feel you right there. I'm not going in that bitch.
Oh, I guess can't tell us too much, but okay. I'm so excited. I want to watch.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the episode for anyone, but there's a church scene, and one of the gays is like, oh no, y'all go in. I'm out here. I'll be right out here when y'all done. Thank you.
Well, girl, depending on this heat, girl, child, I'm finna go sit in the car and turn her. Give me your keys. Give me your keys.
They were in Texas somewhere, so it was hot as dog shit.
My last call goes to Pose. Child, when I tell you my wig, I'm just gonna stop going to the corner store and buying Bobby pins at this point. I just can't.
You gotta sew it in. Like
no, because then they gonna have no baby hairs. What the fuck? Pose got 582,000 viewers this week, which is on par for what the show has been receiving. But out of the 5 episodes, they're averaging 619,000 viewers over the 5 episodes, and we got 3 more left. So hopefully. This is like around the time when the network's like, okay, it was cute. All right, we're going to put it on the short list for next year. But they ain't. I know some shows will come out, season 2 ain't even got through with the first episode, and then season 3 already confirmed. So
they'll renew it because it's fucking smashing everything. So hopefully they do the same thing for this.
Had this Mother's Day, and then Electra had her gender reassignment surgery, and nobody came to see her. And I don't want to tell you too much, but yeah, even after episode 4, where Pray Tell took the kids to go get their HIV test, and just every week, wig.
Yeah. As you, I'm sure, know, I had that in my notes as a hot topic because it was just the category was mothers, baby incubators, and. It was probably the most powerful episode of Pose yet. Even though we're in 5 episodes now, It's like, damn, y'all didn't wait to grab nobody. You just like, come on into the church.
Bitch, which holiday next? We did Christmas, Mother's Day, maybe Pride Month is next.
Ooh, that would be a good episode.
So maybe Pride Month is next. I don't know.
But I'm scared because I like everybody, even though Elektra is technically a villain, but I still like her. But I'm scared because I know somebody's gonna die. I just feel it.
What?
I feel like somebody is going to die.
You should have went into church. Go into that church.
I have 2 questions then. In the event of who do we want to actually not die, and who would we be okay with them dying? I'm like, oh, okay, we'll miss her next season.
The Latin boy that's
I like him. He's
he's
the only other top in the house.
He can go. Like when the lady walked up, he was like, "Ma'am, I only got this and this. I don't have none of that today." I was like, you know what? I don't even know this character's name. I don't even know his name.
Well, I don't know quite a few other characters' names, but I just know
I don't know the straight story either. So,
adjacent top. Yeah, they haven't really fleshed out his story yet, but they may be, saving it for another episode.
They cannot go with Pray Tell because I need Pray Tell. I just balls the next season.
I don't know. I just feel like they gonna kill Pray Tell or they gonna kill the boyfriend. What's the boyfriend's name?
Oh, Pray Tell's boyfriend?
No, well, he
Or
definitely gonna die. But Damon's boyfriend.
oh, the one who's like, well, I only bought him twice, sir. You could
Right.
still be exposed to the virus.
All it takes is one time, children. All it takes is one time.
So who do you
Um,
want to not die?
please do not kill Blanca. I'm not
Oh
gonna make it.
no! What?
I'm not gonna make it. I mean, shows do that kind of shit. Like, look at Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones killed off a main character like every other episode through seasons. So it's a grand possibility.
I don't
I
like
just
this.
can't.
Let's just move on. You about to bring my podcast episode down. I do this show for uplifting and stuff. Go
Uh,
ahead with this.
but in going back into our backwards order, this week, what I'm here for is Mateo, aka Blanca, as goals, because she showed the realism of dead naming that we talked about probably a couple episodes ago, and you actually got to see her process of dead naming and having to face it again. And I was absolutely here for it. Blanca is no longer Mateo, and she told her family that her location is not her destination, and I lived.
Oh, here for it. Two things. First of all, shout out to Jay Whitaker Arts on Instagram for drawing our picture.
Oh
We
yeah, it was
love
dope.
our cartoons, and as usual, our eyebrows get like so much love, comments, and so like
Sickening.
people were saying like, of course, you got those really thick, cute, masculine eyebrows, and I got this fish brow over here that just arches perfectly and just exudes fish
Okay,
femininity.
that's what that does. Okay.
And so, like, our eyebrows, like, we just have the perfect eyebrows. So, shout out to Jay Whitaker Arts. Go to our Instagram, Ed Here For It Pod, and check out our new cartoon illustration drawing thing and follow him. Yeah, and check out his other works.
Yeah,
Now,
he did really dope work.
what I'm not here for, you bitches, all of you, you right now listening, especially you, because nobody, I don't know anybody who is watching Love Is on OWN, and I'm fucking pissed. Like,
Mm.
y'all, I thought we were all like, ooh, they got the little brownstone single playing in the background, and this the 1990s and a black couple falling in love, especially off the heels of Insecure. I thought we were getting back into Black Love and hashtag Remy Ma, hashtag Papoose, hashtag Nikki and whoever she dating this week. And, hashtag The Carters just came out. I just really thought we were on the Black Love thing. But
Did Issa Rae do this?
no, it's produced by the lady who did Girlfriends. And
Oh,
so
okay.
it's about how she met her husband in the 90s. She's a writer, and I think he was like a director or producer. He was a director, writer, trying to get off the ground.
Okay,
And
well
so,
maybe I'll check it out. I hadn't even seen the preview for it. I think I did see it advertised. It's on Netflix, right?
no, it's still on season one on OWN. So you're gonna open
Oh,
your own app, or you're gonna go to your Comcast thingy and press your buttons on there,
oh, okay.
or
Well,
your
yeah.
Verizon. I don't know what y'all girls got. I'm poor. Um.
Well,
So
I'll make an honest effort at some point to watch it.
but it was really interesting because like when the internet first came out, and then her coworker was like telling her the main character that she was gonna go meet this guy at the Home Depot from the internet. And she was like, "Bitch, you can't just go meet him off the internet. Like, like we gonna meet people off the internet all the time now." But so they met. She met this guy at the her coworker met this guy at the Home Depot, and then they were talking, and then she's like, "Oh my god, bitch! Oh my gosh, girl, it's so good to see you." And then so she's like, "Oh yeah, this is my coworker." And then they introduced and faked, and then she was like, "Girl, he'll like his bitches." And so,
Oh,
girl, you gotta help me get out of this. And so she
oh,
ran over her friend foot with the cart, and she's like, "We need her at work tomorrow. I've got to take her to the minor med right now. I'm so sorry, we have to go."
oh. Was he actually ugly though?
Well, he was my type, 'cause I have my type. He was my type.
Oh,
So
okay,
I was like, he's
okay.
not even ugly. What are you talking about?
Well, you better go pick him up then while she dropped him. The
It
song
was
for
so
my soul
good.
this week
So good.
is not "Boot Up" by LMA. Can y'all please retire that fucking song? I do not want to hear it one more time.
The
Jesus.
Plies remix is really good.
Oh,
Plies did his.
that don't even sound like that go together. What?
Uh-oh. You
Okay.
better get with who you need to deal
Um,
with.
yikes. Can't you see I'm a fool in so many ways, but to lose all of my senses, that's just so typically me. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Jean Spears is the song
Mm-hmm.
for my soul this week. So I have listened to the song a million times since it came out because it was a hit and Britney. So
Mm-hmm.
but I never listened to it, and then I just listened to it the the other day, and I haven't stopped playing it. I'm like, oh, I get it. Like there was such a
Mm-hmm.
deeper meaning in the song of nigga, I'm just playing a game. What are you doing? What are you talking
Friends,
about?
bro. Friends.
What?
Bro.
You went down to the bottom of the ocean and got a diamond for me. Girl, that's cute. That is so cute.
I'm not looking
Oops,
for
I did
that
it
right
again.
now.
I done made this nigga fall in love all again on mistake. Damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the hidden meaning in the song that I just never got because I was just singing it and going along with it and watching the video of her in this red patent leather onesie thing
Mm-hmm.
and was just glamorized by that.
The
But it was
ponytail.
there
The
was like
ponytail. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So much was going on.
but there was such hidden meaning in the song, and I'm so surprised that it took me years
Woo,
later to find
17
it.
years. Here we go.
Yeah, but oops, I did it again. This is the song for my soul this week because I'm like, damn, been there.
The song for my soul is Hurt You First by Nia, Nia. In the first verse, she's talking about how this guy is so amazing. She never needs anything. What this is, you fill me up when my glass looks empty.
Mm,
But you know,
I risk.
uh-oh. Oh, and it's a ballad. And so she's talking about things are just too perfect. And I know that eventually you're gonna fuck up. And because I'm so mesmerized in the trenches, it's gonna hurt me really, really, really bad. So
AKA, oops, I did it again. Damn.
because this is going so well and I just know something gonna fuck up at some point, I'm gonna hurt you first. And then that way you'll be the one to cry and you'll be the one hurting and I will have saved myself. I'm just like, you a fucking bitch. You bitch. But I
Value
did.
daughter of Christ is her name. Don't do that.
She should have went in the church.
Wow.
As
Where's
long
your
as your
scooter?
faith is steadfast, all things will fall into place under his eye. Amen.
Hmm. Get you a
Um,
scooter. Get you a scooter.
but "Hurt You First" by Nia is a song for my soul because I was like, I cannot believe she's gonna actually hurt him like this, and we out here prayed for it. We done told all our coworkers and sent to our friends his Instagram, and said on the phone like, "Girl, and he do this for me, and he got me a Fashion Nova gift card, and he taking me to Bath and Body Works this weekend to get new candles." And then all of a sudden, this going too well. I'm gonna fuck this up.
Self sabotage.
You a
Watch out,
bitch.
children.
I don't know what the next subject is. What's the next? Is it listener
Well,
letters?
we have transitioned into hotter topics.
I think you
Um,
skipping listener letters.
oh yeah,
You
sure.
skipping listener letters. Gay boys and girls. Send us your questions and comments to hereforitpod@gmail.com or to any inbox where you can find us on social media. We have
Post it.
one listener question from your friend Toemosexual.
Oh Lord.
Here we go. It says, I just had an argument with my new trade. I asked for a picture of his feet and they are jacked up. I told him he needed to do better about that. He complained about his schedule, so he sent me his calendar and I picked next Thursday. He continued to come up with excuses like men do. Then he told me I was becoming too critical and I need to take all the parts of him. Hey man, take all the parts.
Okay.
Now, if
I am
I
not my
had
feet.
and now, if I had jacked up feet, God forbid, I just wouldn't have sent the picture. There are body parts that I don't send to people. I did tell him I couldn't pay for the pedicure, but expected since he's getting to know me that he would honor my request. Am
Oh
I
wait, bitch.
overreacting?
Whoa. Wait, I gotta get it and I gotta pay for it, and you ain't. Oh, okay. All right.
A-
Go ahead.
Am I overreacting? Love your show, and anytime y'all mention the feet lovers, signed Toemosexual.
Uh, Tomosexual. I think you fucked up in the beginning because you know you like feet so much. So, like that should be part of the interview process. Okay, yeah, nigga, your name. Take off your shoes. I'm really into feet. And if your feet are fucked up, we don't even need to go farther than hello after this.
Oh
Like
wow.
that's the same thing I do with a lot of other things I won't mention.
Like
But
pull down at
things
least.
that are important, I need to know up front. Am I wasting my time? What about like what do you mean you don't get ate out? What?
Uh oh.
Get out of my no, get out of my face. Move. You can't be
Oh,
here.
so you like to put your beard in things? Okay, I like this.
Yeah, indeed. So I mean, there are those types of people out there that just be like, I did meet one. Actually, he was a videographer, a photographer,
Uh
and
oh.
I was like, oh, damn, he's so scrumptious looking. And we got to talking about it, and then he was like, oh no, I don't even let nobody even back there. They can't eat it, touch it, look at it, just pretend it's not there. I'm like, oh, well, great. I guess we're gonna be
So you were talking
professional
to another
friends.
top?
He didn't look like one.
Oh. Here we go. Stereotypes. I don't
That's why you
know.
have to ask questions.
I don't. You know the girls that put "gets to know me" on their profile. They y'all be offended by every question you asked. I don't know. If you weren't paying for the pedicure, then you had no place. Especially right now, the same way that you feel like you were so adamant about it because y'all are new and. Well, girl, okay, put some. What's your collateral? What you putting up? Just because I sent you my Google Calendar and you done made the appointment. Okay, it's in your cash out.
Right.
Sitting that as well. In addition to, since you making these requests, you got to
At
upkeep
least
these.
go in half and say, okay, well, I'll pay for half of your first one, and after you start liking them, then you can pay for them on your own because I'm me.
Here we go. But Toemosexual, thank you for your letter. I don't know. How come we don't talk about feet? I don't know. I was thinking about lips earlier. Like I really like lips.
Yeah, I like nice feet too, but this is not like a prerequisite. It's it's just if your feet are just terribly fucked up, I'm like, oh no, those are never going near my mouth. Don't. Sorry. Um, we'll just use you for other things.
Oh.
This week in sexual health, I would like to highlight a very special word that is near and dear to my heart. That I know is near and dear to quite a few of you guys' hearts. The word pussy.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
There are quite a few internet rangers out there that hate when gay people use the word pussy to
No.
identify the anal regions.
Not
Um,
Rangers.
yeah, internet rangers. Like Power Rangers, but they on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and they revolt around the word even being used as if it's too sacred of a word that can't be repurposed.
It's too heteronormative. Y'all love throwing heteronormative.
Well, I don't even think it's heteronormative because gays have the same judgment sometimes too and say, "Oh no, don't call this a pussy. It's an ass." And I'm like, it's a hole. Does it matter? Are
Oh.
there things going in it and coming out of it?
Call it a cavity then. Shit. We just being all platonic about it.
But the word can be repurposed just like we repurpose all kinds of other words. Like just because the original meaning of it meant vagina and it was a slang term of vagina at that doesn't mean that it can't be a slang term for something else. So the word is not too sacred to be repurposed, and that is this week's sexual health.
Yeah, cause I was hanging out with some girls in New York, and they was like, "Bitch, you look fierce." And then I was like, well, they weren't talking to me, but they were telling somebody that
Wow.
they look fierce, but it wasn't the same meaning that fierce meant 20 years ago. Fierce now means it's a read. Like, bitch, you look fierce in those Nikes, and like,
Oh
so
shit, I
that
don't
means
even know that.
that means
So
like
fierce is a read now?
fierce is a read nowadays. I'm thinking maybe it was just like in their circle because I haven't heard it used much outside of their circle. But the first time I experienced it, I was like, wow, they just really repurposed this damn house.
Wow.
Because the house that Fierce was built on had been decapitated. I'm trying to use big words. I don't know if decapitated went right there, but yeah.
Well, you repurpose that shit too. Repurpose sentences. Go off.
This week in social studies, y'all friend is about to get to pick another Supreme Court judge.
I don't have enough alcohol for this.
They tied it up with Merrick Garland when Obama. That's like Obama, you about to be out, so we don't even want to have to vote on Merrick Garland. And then, soon as Trump got in office, they put somebody with a big word name in there. And so
Neil
now,
Gorsuch.
Justice Anthony Kennedy is like, look, y'all, I'm 81. And I'm trying to go home a little taste. I'm tired of being up late reading court documents or reading legal history and all that. I just want to go home a little bit. So he was the swing vote on so many things, including marriage equality when that passed a few years ago. He, I just don't even know.
He
Like,
was also extremely conservative as well. So
he had moments. He
yeah,
had
there are people
moments.
that are glamorizing him as some liberal fighting force, and
Oh
I'm like,
no.
no, he was definitely not that. I think the Democrats have the opportunity to use the same strategy that the Republicans did, just like we were saying, where the Republicans were telling Obama, "Oh, well, you're getting ready to be out of here, so you don't
Mm.
get to pick a Supreme Court justice." They should be saying the same damn thing to Donald Trump and saying, "Oh, you're getting ready to be out of here, so you don't get to pick no goddamn Supreme Court judge." It's a great chance that we might be convicting your ass of crimes here soon. So no,
But
you do not get to pick no goddamn Supreme Court judge.
that's why Justice Anthony Kennedy was the swing vote. Because girl, child, child, you don't even know which way he gonna go, girl. Is he conservative today or is he liberal? But there's this guy, Brett Kavanaugh, who is on Donald Trump's short list, who believes that the president should get to decide whether and when he can be investigated. And Brett Kavanaugh says a sitting president should never be indicted, no matter the evidence or the wrongdoing. And he's on Trump's short list to be no, Trump, no. Another person named Raymond Grudner, I'm gonna say that wrong, upheld the, what is it called, the informed consent law when it comes to abortions. You know, like, well, you have to watch this video about killing babies, and then you have to sign this form, and then you have to wait 24 hours, and then if you still feel like having an abortion, you know, like all this stupid shit. Child, I don't have time because if I'm at I think it's like 6 months period is a really important time. And if I come to y'all on 5 months and 30 days, I need this abortion today because the rates go up at the clinic. You know, like, and things change. Like when you get to a clinic and limiting the amount of access women have to abortion clinics. Raymond Grudner believes in stupid shit like this, and we don't need him in the office. I mean, in the court, tying up stupid shit with stupid shit. Ain't no swing vote. So we need to go to ditchthelist.org, get better educated about these people on Donald Trump's short list. And also, I'm going to link below to a Politico.com article where they give a little bit about most of the people and the types of decisions they've ruled for and against. And somebody was talking about some gun laws and some. You just really got to read it. It's so important. It's so important.
Yeah, I
The gay
agree.
wedding
And
cake thing we
the
just
female on his
lost.
short list that he interviewed this week was not any better. She was completely anti women's rights, and I'm like, girl, you gonna take your own rights away from yourself? All right, all right,
Right.
yes, work that the fuck on out. um, so this week again we're backwards, and so we're on hot topics now.
I'm so
So fuck it.
confused. I'm like, which way are we going to?
Um, the shade to Vixen.
Oh Lord.
Uh, we have to talk about it because RuPaul's Drag Race has ended. Thankfully, I was just mentally, emotionally tired because I knew nobody that I wanted to win was going to win again, as I have said the past few weeks. So before I even get to the actual finale herself, the Vixen won
Came here to
the
fight.
huh?
Came here to fight.
Oh yeah, she did come to fight in many ways, and she has. And her Black Girl Magic thing in Chicago went really well. So hopefully she just does that annually, and that can be her own, corner of the world. Um, but the Shake the Vixen is very calculated, and I've been seeing it since like the middle of the season. She won Miss Congeniality by the standard that has been around for over 10 seasons. And then they decided, somebody hacked in and voted for Vixen a whole bunch of more times than we think that they probably did, and it was bots. I was like, wait, what? Or maybe she just got voted for more than the other girls, like we've been doing for seasons and seasons and seasons. Like, is that also not a possibility? So she won Miss Congeniality, and then they decided, oh no, we just gonna do it like this. We're gonna have the queens pick who they want as Miss Congeniality. Like that continues to be a thing on RuPaul's Drag Race, having people that don't like you, been competing against you, pick your fate. And I was happy to see Monet Exchange win through that way, but it still seemed like such a calculated slight towards the Vixen. Um, Asia's muted looks was explained finally. She had been getting death threats that people were going to burn her alive because how the fuck dare she speak back up to RuPaul and stand up for a black girl and not white girls. And it was reminiscent to me of Darnell Moore, what he talked about in his recent book, No Ashes in the Fire, about people attempting to light him on fire to kill him because he was gay. And I saw the dichotomy between that, and it was interesting. But yeah, I hope the Vixen goes on to be extremely popular. Them talking about the Black Queens not being popular, not getting paid as much, not being followed as much is an actual real thing, unfortunately.
I agree. Are we here for it? We're not here for it.
I'm absolutely not here for the calculated shade towards Vixen. I'm here for the season finally fucking ending because Jesus. Congratulations, Aquaria, I guess. Cool. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I knew who was gonna win 2 weeks ago, but seeing it happen, I was just like, oh, okay. And Asia's drag failing on her, I just wanted to throw up and turn the shit off. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn. I feel like this also might have been a setup. Maybe RuPaul turned up the heat, and that's what killed all the fucking butterflies that she had in her drag.
No.
So maybe that's what it is. I was like, I feel like Asia's a smart queen, and she would have had this thought the fuck out. Like,
she said she had been working with a company for months. She said that she had been working with a company for months, and she had just knew that it was going to be a great thing to wow producers, wow the fans, and then it just didn't work. And so she apologized to everybody, and she promised to donate 100 hours of community service time to working with animals.
Ooh, yeah, clean that shit up, because I know the PETA girls was like, oh no, the butterflies are dead.
Mentions.
Like fucking butterflies, Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know
again,
what else to say.
I'm happy it's over, because hopefully Rue will learn something from this. Hopefully.
What Rue got?
I don't think so.
Let's go through that.
What is she gonna learn? To be better and equal to her own Black queens? She could start with that lesson. That would be great. People were saying that Michelle Visage was gonna come out and say something publicly about all of the mess and the shade, and she, is a straight shooter, and she'll, even say something against RuPaul if she absolutely has to, and we're still waiting on that. So cool. Justin Combs was apparently outed. Justin, fine ass, finally legal Combs.
That little thing, y'all can have it.
Thank you. I'll wrap them up. I'll take them on. Fine, no problemo. The only thing I wanted to add to that story was
outed by who for doing what?
This queen put on the internet supposedly snapshots of him talking to her, asking to get his dick sucked.
Oh.
Yeah. So earlier this year, I believe, was when the timestamps of it was. And of course, he did not deny it. So the blogs went and ran with it, as they do. And I think it's okay for Justin Combs to get a little head here and there.
Oh.
Yeah. And if anybody out there knows Justin, and if he needs any comforting, you guys can send him to our inbox, and I will find some comfort for him.
Shout Eddie Superman inbox, please. Gmail, Ymail, Hotmail, all the Supermans.
Yeah. Inbox. I'm on all of those. And while we're also talking about sending me things, you cannot Instagram video chat with me anonymously or randomly.
Oh my God.
This new feature has come out for Instagram, and a couple of you have gotten a little rambunctious with it. I am disrespectful at times, people, so please do not do that. That is an invasion of my privacy. No, you cannot
Especially when I
randomly.
got my hair combed and it's not a pay week. Girl,
You
no,
don't
I'm
know
not gonna
what
be
I'm
cute.
doing.
I'm not gonna be cute for like 8 more days, girl. Move.
You have to set an appointment with me to video chat with me, and even then, when you request an appointment, I have I have the ability to say no, no, ma'am, no, sir, no. Mm-mm.
Not you
Uh,
want rights.
how dare I? How dare I? Rights to my own space and time, girl. No. Mm. Um, this white artist, he's attractive. I don't like any of his music, but Zayn, so popular with
Child, not here for it. No, he tried the queen down. No, 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 no,
he
no,
tried the
no,
queen, he tried himself,
no.
and he tried his fans. When he started even thinking about putting his lips on a Beyonce song,
And wasted 2 minutes and 20 seconds of video.
Me, Myself, and I has been repurposed by Zayn. He took to Twitter to show us this sample of his upcoming project, where it includes this remake of Me, Myself, and I. And I just, some things y'all can't have. I'm not sharing Beyonce's music with you guys like that. No, you cannot repurpose Beyonce music. I'm not sharing that. You can sing that at home by yourself, but you do not have to put it out to us. Thank you, management. Whew. Um,
Oh my God, the Boot Up remix featuring Nicki Minaj and Quavo just premiered worldwide. Oh Lord.
I guess they didn't hear me. I didn't speak loud enough, huh? I don't want to hear that damn song no more. I don't care who you put on it. I don't want to hear that song anymore.
Oh
OMG.
my God.
I
And
don't
you a
want to hear that
Nicki
song until
stan.
I
You
get
got
booed
all
up.
the Nicki
When I get
Minaj
booed up,
albums. What
Jesus.
the?
When I get booed up, then we can play the song again. But while I'm single, no, let's not play the song.
Is
No,
Satan keeping you single? You listen to last week's episode.
Jesus. Ugh.
Oh, okay.
There are growing talks that um, Michelle Obama is looking at running for president,
Oh. What's
and
your source
with
for
our
this? What's the
previous,
website?
say again.
What's the website for this?
They talked about it on CNN yesterday and day before yesterday.
Mm.
And to me, I think you are our only hope to reference Star Wars. Michelle Obama is probably our only hope because right now there is nobody on the political stage that is going to get us out of this mess on the Democratic side at all. Bernie Sanders is not the fucking answer. Cory Booker is not the answer.
He cute, but I just know it's something in their closet. No homo shade, but just it's something in their closet of his. It's something. Cory Booker just don't give me clean.
Ooh, wow.
I said no homo. I mean, like, don't they mean like I'm not trying to make him gay or nothing, but I'm just saying it's something. I don't know.
He might have wanted a little head nod
He
there.
me too the girl or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to put that on him.
I
no
just don't.
boss.
I don't trust any man right now anyway. So that's no,
I'm
not to
not booed up
not to
either.
run for president against Donald Trump unless it's a queen. So I can deal if it's a queen that's running against Donald Trump, somebody that knows how to read. Then yeah,
Can Kamala Harris do it? What if they
no,
groom her
I just
like
don't.
that?
She's boring. I like her, but she's boring, and we don't have time for that anymore. Like if this was a regular presidential contest, then yeah, she would be amazing, epic, great. She might win. But in this political season, we need somebody that is
They got
already
that
extremely
fire.
popular
They got that fire.
and that's going to be a firecracker. And I don't think that Michelle Obama is going to take the insults that Donald Trump would probably lob her way the way that other people would. And I hope that she doesn't do this. We go low, or not what is it? We go high when they go low, whatever the fuck that is.
might
She
as well
needs
stay
to
at
she
home.
needs to kick him in the nuts. That's who we need to run for president next. Somebody that's going to kick him in the nuts because they will do it to you and don't care.
What if Tim Kaine come back?
No,
Dude that was running with Hillary.
no.
I believe Tim Kaine is why Hillary lost. No shade.
He was the most
Well, she
boring.
won. She had the most popular votes, but Donald Trump won with the Electoral College. But Tim Kaine was so fucking boring.
Quite. Ugh. No. Leave him right where the fuck he is at. No, thank you.
Oh
This week's word of the day
my god. Uh
is special. It is the full if I find it, shit, where the fuck did it go? Facebook. There we go. Thank you. It is the full acronym that LGBT plus has been announced as. So we've been talking about LGBT plus forever, and now it's actually named. And the new acronym is LGBTQQIAAP. L for lesbian, gay, G for
Oh,
gay.
I ain't finna go through all of them. Okay.
Yeah, these are the words. This is the word of the day. WERD word. B for bisexual, T for transgender, T for transsexual, because those are two different things. Q for queer, Q for questioning, I for intersex, A for ally, A for asexual, and P for pansexual. And that is the acronym that we have now. So that when they say LGBTQ plus, then that is what all the pluses are. And I think you there's nobody that you probably miss in using all of that, except the demisexuals. But I think they fall under a couple other different categories.
We still leaving girls out. All right, we gotta add the D on there. No pause.
Do not leave the D out.
Please.
Ever. Ever.
Thank you guys so much for leaving us reviews on iTunes, Apple Podcasts. We actually had a comment on our SoundCloud. Let me open my SoundCloud. I was not prepared. I just started running off at the mouth. But anyway, go to your Apple Podcast app. What do? Search for our name, Here For It, and click review and leave us a 12-star review because we worth it.
And get over to our Patreon where you can get some exclusive content. Some of the content may be me nude. Some of the content may be us talking about things that we probably wouldn't talk about on the show. And you can get a in-person introspective look at the creators of Here For It podcast.
I don't have the SoundCloud coming pulled up. I'm a horrible host. But somebody was like they were actually here for the topic last week. Is Satan keeping you single? And they definitely took them. They aren't as religious, but they still received them, which is what we were saying. Like if that guy had took out the Christ and Bible verses and all that out of it, the message could still be received.
And probably be received by more people.
Believe in yourself, trust in yourself. You are enough. You are valid. And the message was blah 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 blah. So thank you. I gotta leave you a comment on SoundCloud now. But thank you so much for leaving us comments on SoundCloud as well. We do see them.
Absolutely. I am the Superman, TheSupaman.
Look at us.
AKA the Anal Annihilator, BKA the father of the House of Evangelista. You can find me on farmersdating.com.
Farmers dating, wow. So you live in the city and you in the balls in the house, but somehow you still manage to run a farm.
Yeah, yeah. Those are who. Yep. That's my community. And you can't be mad at my community. Thank you. We are valid. Dun, 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 dun.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters.
Wow. Wow. You've got your own website.
We got my own name. Ronald Matters. And of course, ronaldmatters.com.
This episode has been brought to you by Stiff. Stiff wear, bitch. No, bitch. Just shake. Stiff wear.
No.
Oh, baby. Ain't no stiffness in the hair. If you have not seen that viral video,
She said, what you got on under there?
It is hilarious.
And then she put it right back on.
Okay, I'm putting it right back the fuck on. It is hilarious. Stiff wear. The stiff wear video.
Get into using kids as props for videos, but
I don't think that she was doing that. I think
the
girl
cussing,
really,
I couldn't get into the cussing, but
But that's what she talked like. I think that was probably her sister, and they typically talk like that. And she was just recording them in their realness. Come on, the realness. Um, yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, y'all, please check out Love Is, because I want to watch it so I can have somebody to tweet and talk to. I'm trying to watch the episode by myself.
Wow. Um, yeah, I guess I will try to catch up to it. You guys, please make sure that you review this episode below and on the internet as we promote it, so we know if you like our backwards concept or no.
I don't like it. I feel like we got through too fast. I need it to last longer.
Wow. How many times have you said that?
Child, no time recently. Anyway,
I ran into
follow the
that
show.
boy
Oh
that you
Lord, what boy?
yeah, it was a boy that you had a story about that he lasted like 2 to 3 minutes typically. His piece was nice, but he didn't last long. Remember that
Oh, you
boy?
ran into him. He live in Atlanta.
He was visiting here for whatever reason. I don't know why. And I was like,
Oh,
oh, um, yeah.
did you
And
get you 2 or 3 minutes?
no,
That's all he got to give.
no. It's just so funny to see things full circle. Like I met him through his best friend that I was smashing at the time, and then didn't know who he was, and then you would be telling me a story about somebody that I had already met. It was weird. But
Okay.
anyway, full circle of me meeting him again. I was like, oh, hey, it's you, 2 to 3 minute guy. Work out.
That's this week's episode of Here for a Podcast because we got some offline talking to do. See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.